communicate your feelings and dialogue about your jealousy problem together. Sharing your true feelings with the affected person and talking it through can be a very cathartic and constructive way to start mending the damage done. It can also be a way of creating an ally, someone who will feel able to point out when you make unreasonable jealous demands on him or her without expecting comeback. When talking through what you've been feeling, take heed of the following. Avoid passing on blame to the other person. His or her behavior is not the cause of your feelings. You are responsible for your feelings. Stick to I statements rather than saying anything that smacks of "you make me feel." Instead of saying, "You shouldn't have done that," say, "I felt terrible when that incident happened." Be aware that how you perceive situations may be completely at odds with how the other person saw them. Stay as open-minded as possible, even though this will probably mean that you sometimes feel extremely defensive. Do your best to keep quiet and listen rather than constantly butting in with justifications. Above all, be compassionate, both for yourself and for the person you've been offloading your jealousy onto. Recognize the harm you've caused, the harm you've suffered, and work with it to find better ways forward. Be passionate about your desire to improve your feelings and try to outgrow jealousy. In most cases, this won't be a one-off conversation. You'll need to agree to keep coming back to talking anytime the green-eyed monster gets out of hand again. Bear in mind at all times that feelings of jealousy are about you, not about the other person. Any sense that things are out of control means that you need to transfer the intensity of what you're feeling into something constructive rather than continuing to overanalyze the relationship or situation. For example, get involved in a sport, some exercise, a hobby, or participating in volunteer work. Do something that takes you out of yourself and causes you to focus beyond the relationship or situation and gives you an outlet for your emotions that is healthier than ruminating and raising suspicions. All this doesn't mean escaping from putting two and two together. Learn from your jealousy. The ignoble, negative emotions have a role in our lives, one of teaching each of us how to be a better person for struggling and overcoming them. They have a place, just not one that controls you and excuses poor behavior. Some of the things jealousy might be teaching you include, you are frightened when a relationship is new and still has some way to go before it feels secure. This is a commonplace feeling in young relationships for many people, and both possessiveness as well as sense of vulnerability at getting close to someone can drive feelings of jealousy. And we're so fond of seducing people. Testing our power can become a very harming pastime. You're afraid someone else will take your job, salary, role, position, and so forth. In this case, it's probable that you're afraid of financial insecurity, survival instinct, or you feel that you're an imposter in your role, the latter an all too commonly held false belief in many high-achieving people in the workforce. Remember that you wouldn't have been given the role or position unless other people felt you had earned it. Don't be your worst and closest enemy. Try living up to that trust in you rather than seeing demons hovering in every corner. You feel your lover has a roving eye. In romantic relationships, both men and women continue to check out other men and women. It's biologically driven and it's natural. However, in the majority of cases, it does not mean that the person wants to leave the relationship he or she is in with you. It is, for most people, about appreciating the human form and not about a roaming eye. This misunderstanding has long created unnecessary jealousy as long as relationships have existed. It can help to accept that it's okay for a person in a committed relationship to look, provided there's no touch. You listen to people who say mean or exaggerated things and let this direct your emotions. Take a stand. Be true to yourself and those you love. All too common, many people are easily convinced by the village gossip because it sounds so compelling and seems like it must be right. The reality is that it rarely is right, and it's always far better to not listen to people who chatter away making things up as they go. Let these people go get jobs as celebrity gossip journalists while you get on with facing the facts instead. You dislike looking within yourself and working through difficult emotions. It's typical to externalize painful emotions, to try and make them someone else's problem than to do the hard work of facing them and dealing with them internally. Jealousy is painful, but by facing it, you can repair much internal damage that ultimately makes your relationships stronger and more enduring. Trust yourself. Trust begins at home, with yourself. If you learn to trust yourself, you can radiate this trust onto others. Begin by making a list of all your good points. Stick this list up somewhere that you can see it regularly, to remind yourself that you're fully equipped with great talent, skills and features already. Moreover, only compare yourself to yourself, always seeking to outdo your last achievement without worrying what other people are doing. Remind yourself daily through a journal, affirmations or other effective way that you have what it takes, like the song goes, to be fulfilled in life. Practicing healthy thinking must be a daily, recurring action. That's why it involves constant practice. In time, the healthier thinking processes will take over the destructive ones and help you to become a whole person, resilient, capable and not prone to jealous thoughts. Work on relevant aspects of your self-esteem if you feel it's lacking. When you have more confidence in yourself, you'll be less likely to feel jealous. Read some self-help books on jealousy. You'll feel you're getting your grips on that mean, insidious emotion. Tips. Be alert to the possibility that it is your own viewpoint that is distorting reality. Trade your anger for curiosity. Try to get the bigger picture before making rash judgments. If you slip up and get jealous again, while trying to recover from your jealousy, don't just give up. Keep trying. You won't just instantly become perfect. It takes time. Jealousy is not the same thing as love. Sometimes, people think that by feeling jealous about someone, they are loving him or her by being possessive or wanting ownership over the person. Jealousy is not love. It's the fear and anger of losing out or being abandoned. Try to talk about your problems with someone other than the person you're projecting the jealousy onto. Perhaps you feel that these jealous tendencies are a private matter. Then, you might like to anonymously ask an advice column or similar advice source about your problem. Fake it. Portray a non-jealous facade while you work on overcoming jealousy. Eventually, working your way through your feelings, the facade will become real, but in the meantime you will protect yourself from appearing jealous to others. Jealousy is not envy. Unfortunately, the two words are easily mixed up and this leads to confusion. Jealousy is about infringement on a relationship or personally valuable situation by a rival who threatens to remove something that is rightfully yours or to which you have a rightful claim. Envy involves looking at others, comparing yourself and your own situation, and finding things in your life wanting. In this latter case, you want what someone else has, a trait, an achievement, an object, a role, etc., and you're left feeling resentful, underaccomplished, inferior or discontented. Some situations in life set you up for instant jealousy, such as being part of a polygamous marriage or working or living with another person who has been singled out for favoritism. These are quite distinctive situations that carry a lot of unhealthy emotional baggage that needs to be addressed with great care and empathy. You might be best seeking counseling if you continue to live within such situations. Jealousy is good in life. Don't think everything's over. It may be easier said than done, but remember your partner chose you. If your jealousy starts to rear its ugly head, then start to think about what your partner does to make you happy and show much he/she try to prove their love to you to make you happy if in a good relationship. Also, excuse yourself and go take a breather so you can get your mind back on a positive track, or your mind can go into overload. You see signs that's not really there, which can cause a turn for the worst. Warnings. If jealousy in your relationship is leading to control or power struggles, it's a sign that there is an underlying issue that needs to be addressed with your partner.